What's going on, guys? I have been tinkering in the little garage all day because it just now stopped raining. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon. We got to get our harvest, the canola harvest over there. As you can see, while you were gone, this bad boy popped up in the store and it has worked out pretty well. Um, it does work with the roller and with the fertilizer spreader, and it can pull our trailer. So we ended up making out pretty good on this bad boy. It was only like 25 grand. Might have been less than that. I can't exactly remember what I bought for, or what I bought it for right now. Now, while we fill this up, I don't think we're going to feed and grain south this time. Let's see here, canola. Let's check out where we need to go here. Looks like Johnson's Farmers Market is the best place to go to. We got 2200 in there. So yeah, we'll head off over there. I could have rented a dolly and a semi trailer, but I decided not to spend any more money because I want to see what I get from this with the equipment I have, after buying that trailer especially. So yeah, we'll head to the farmers market. I don't know if they'll accept the whole harvest, but we're gonna hope they do anyways. Go ahead and slow down because these people don't. I'm hoping. I know it's a long shot, but I would love to get enough money to buy some more land or another tractor. Oh, there's a sign in the road. Someone's put that up. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, we did get our field nice and huge. It's a weird shape, and it took forever to seed, but that's fine. The rolling process, only about half of it's rolled because it was just taking forever with the roller I had. So maybe when we get a bigger tractor and bigger implements, I'll roll the whole thing again. But as of right now, I don't see the point in putting the hours on either of our two tractors, or continually renting a roller every year for like a 1 to 2% yield. So about half that field is rolled, the other half is not. I'm sorry if it upsets you. But yeah, it took forever to seed it, and then about halfway through rolling it, I was like, dude, I give up. It was taking forever. I could have put an AI worker doing it and just left it, but not it took way too long. So this shouldn't, I don't think this is too far of a drive. It should be right up that curve up there, I believe. Yeah, because there's livestock market. Where is it? Yeah, so I gotta go up and around the curve. And these people love to pull out in front of you. Feel like I have the right of way there, but I didn't have my blinker on, so I can't really complain much. But yeah, I don't know. We're at peak canola cost right now, so I'm hoping with the money we make, it's like I would love to get over 150,000, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But it is what it is. We're gonna see what we know. We got at least two of these trailers um, full, so hopefully we'll get a good idea off this first trailer here. All right, let's see what we get. Like I said, they might not even take all of it. Excuse me. I know sometimes the smaller markets around here don't take the whole thing. We got to 140. That's not too bad. 87,000 off one trailer, so that's great. I'm gonna get the other trailer up here, and then bring you guys back in for maybe some shopping. I don't know. we'll have to think about it real hard first and try to decide what we're going to do. Alright guys, so I'm almost back at the farmer's market, and you probably did notice back at the farm I was able to, when I bought this tractor, I was able to get the fertilizer spreader as well, so that was money well spent after that last harvest. Now, what I've been looking at is some land on the opposite side of that larger field adjacent to us. The one that Andrew bought last year. Now, I'd love to buy that from him, but one, if I did, but I don't even know if I'm going to make enough from this harvest. There's a smidge, like a tiny bit of canola left in the silo that I would probably just end up leaving there because it's not even worth the gas or the trip with the gas. I could just take it to feed Grain South, I guess. But I think that land's like $225 or something, and I think I'm only going to get about $220 from this, to be honest. We'll find out. Go ahead and get our money from this. So yeah, we would end up with just enough. God, that sucks. Because one, you also probably noticed I sold my combine just because it was way too small. And I wish I had not now. Because if I want to buy that land, you know what? Oh, watch out now. Watch out, buddy. Let me get this back to the farm and we'll talk about it. Alright guys, so I'm back at the farm now. I called one of the neighbors that has some fields on the other side of the road there, and he said he didn't have any for sale right now. The problem is Andrew has to get his money back for that land if he was going to sell it, and he's got soybeans and corn on it. So, I mean, if he was going to sell it, then that's exactly how he would sell it, is with that crop on there. Now, I can wait till he harvests it and then, like, offer him the money, obviously. But what I'm going to do is wait, which sounds crazy, but it's getting, I mean, we've got everything we need except for our harvester right now. We've got a drilling seeder. We got 2 tractors. We got a trailer. We got a fertilizer spreader. And we got a huge field of canola that's going to be a pretty high yield bonus. And I have to rent a combine this year, which is definitely going to cost over $20,000 to do. So yeah, I think we're going to wait. We're going to see what kind of profit our greenhouses bring in over December and January. And we're just going to see what happens. I know there was someone else talking to Andrew about buying those fields. I told him if he had to, just pull the trigger on that to be out from underneath it as long as he gets his money back. So if I have to, I'll buy the fields from whoever those people are eventually. But yeah, I'm gonna hold tight and be back with you guys in a couple of months. What's going on, you guys? We are about to do something crazy. It's only May. It's not harvest time yet, of course. But something I'm just going to stop and show you now. I'm probably going to have to buy it right now before it gets gone. In the store, there's the seeder I freaking need for $120,000. 41% off. I need that bad boy. So bad. Does this even change anything? I mean, I love BKT wheels. And it doesn't change the price. Yeah, we're buying that because we got to have it. It takes forever to see that field. Only problem is, should have showed you while I was in there, but I'll go ahead and show you now. Takes 300 horsepower to pull it. Wow, that dropped a lot. Oh well. So what we need to do is, one, sell our seeder, because we're not going to need to. Sell our seeder after we repair it and everything, and empty it, because I don't want to waste all that seed if I can help it. So we're going to unload. That was a lot. We're gonna unload, take this to the store, repair it, sell this, and then we're gonna do the same thing to our Vulture tractor. I think. I don't really want to, because this thing has been like what built the farm, but this is worth way more than that Massey Ferguson is, and I can use the Massey to pull the trailer still and all that good stuff. So, and then hopefully in the store at some point, we get the option to get a second better tractor, because right now with doing this right here, I'm hoping I still got enough money left after all this to, one, I have to rent a combine at harvest time, and two, I really want to have enough money left to where I can save this canola harvest till November. I think I can do it. I'm trying to be positive, but yeah, I'm going to get to the store, get this stuff repaired, sell it, and then we'll see what kind of money we got to work with for hopefully the right tractor we need. Alright guys, we've done it. I didn't go with a large tractor, I probably should have, but in the medium there was this McCormick that's got 310 horsepower. So everything should work out for us. Yeah, it was 245,000. So we still got 75,000 left, which is enough to rent the combine, and maybe just enough to get us to November with that canola. Now, I definitely don't need to make any more super crazy purchases, but this is one of them things where I had to. I didn't have a freaking choice. This seeder is going to make seeding that field so much easier, and it's not going to take as long, and it won't put as much wear on this tractor, hopefully, because of the amount of hours. And like I said, I probably won't be rolling the field for a couple of years here, just to save hours on the tractor and wear and tear, stuff like that. So we now have our seeder. I'm going to get this thing back, get it filled up with the seed and fertilizer I have, which is not that much in the first place. And yeah, I'll I'm gonna go in the house and sit down so I don't spend any more money. Because this right here pretty much destroyed the very nice bank account we had. But like I said, that's fine. We got two things we really needed. Glass half full. So I will catch you guys in a couple of months, most likely. What's going on, guys? I've got the Massey hooked up to the trailer in the driveway. I've got my rented New Holland combine and header, and we're gonna hope this is a crazy good harvest this year. I'm still not entirely sure if I'll ever buy another combine. I know some people think that's crazy, but the way I see it, it's 30. If I was going to do contracts, excuse me, sorry about that. If I was going to do contracts, then yeah, obviously I would need to either borrow one each time for the contract or on my own. On my own. That sounds great on the recording. But it's only like, for this setup right here, it's about 30, no, not even that. It's like 25,000 to rent for a whole day, which I think that's pretty good. I mean, unless I got like a massive amount of land, I don't know if it's worth me putting all that money into a combine unless I just had a freaking huge one, a huge bank account anyways. But I've been talking to Andrew while I was he gave me a ride up to the store to pick this up, and he was saying, hey man, whatever you do, hold your harvest till November this year. Like, I did that last year. The money was way better. Obviously I got a pretty decent income off that harvest, and with this being more, not that much more, but a tad bit more, if I can get that money and save it till December. He was telling me everyone around here sells land in December and January, because that's when they like, I guess that's when they decide like, okay, this land's good, this land's not. But he said a lot of people sell their land in December and January, so I'll be trying to buy land then if I have enough money. I've still got my own the land he used to own across the way here. It'd be nice if I had enough money to this bridge has got some muscles. It'd be nice if I had enough money to buy that field directly next to mine, the other big one. That would be awesome. Since I've got that huge cedar now, I could plant anything I wanted to on that field. I could have a field for canola and then a field for soybeans, which is another really good paying crop there. But yeah, I'm not going to sit here and jive on and talk y'all's heads off while I do this. I'll probably get through with this harvest, and I'll probably bring you guys back next month for the seeding process. Most likely, that cedar I bought is, of course, direct drill, I think. If not, I'll have to get a freaking cultivator. I didn't even think about that. I'll have to rent one of those. Matter of fact, let me set a worker to this and check that real quick. Ah, crap. Okay, so yeah, I'll need to rent a cultivator this year, but that's fine. I've got the McCormick, which pulls 300. We can go ahead and look while that worker's going. Oh, look at that. No gauge, don't need any bigger tractors. Okay, let's go look at cultivators real quick. Let's see what the max. Oh, that's 320, so that's the biggest one I can freaking pull. Well, if I had a little bit more horsepower on that McCormick, I could pull that one. Well, that's a 250. What's going on? 250? Why is that one so high? Is it bigger? Yeah, kind of. Okay, it's bigger. So actually, let's see the full just here. So this one, pretty much the one I already owned, I can get that one and be able to pull that just fine for creating fields. So yeah, I might just rent that though. I don't want to put any of this harvest into that. So yeah, well, I'll go ahead and get this canola harvested, bring you guys back to see how much I ended up with. Someone in the comments, can anyone remember what we got on last year's harvest? But okay, we're going to get this field going pretty good, get it done, and then I'll bring you guys back in. Alright guys, well, I almost made it all the way to harvest turn in time without making another purchase, but yeah, let's just say, I mean, I've been without a truck for a while. I sold my baby to pay for some stuff here on the farm, and I decided, you know what, I need one, and I've been looking at Facebook Marketplace anyways. So I mean, hey, this bad boy popped up. A guy down the road was selling it for 20,000, and for something with only 30 hours on it, or 31.2, whatever. What you really gonna say, dude? I mean, there's not too much you can do that. I do need to see if will this hook up to the trailer. Oh, sweet. Now the good news is, one, it's time to toin in our harvest. And even better news, Feed and Grain South is paying the most this year, so we don't even have that far of a drive in the first place. So it's a win-win right now. I mean, like I said, I probably could have waited and bought a vehicle at a later time since I'm driving the tractors mostly, but I have other adventures I want to get into here. Whoa. Oh, because the trailer's low, huh? Yeah, I probably should have thought about that. Oh well, we'll just be easy with it. But yeah, anyways, I have other stuff I needed a truck bed for, like I kept having to rent the shop truck. Yeah, that's gonna be That's going to be an issue. I probably should have got a better suspension on this. But yeah, I needed a truck bed for like, I kept renting the shop truck to bring my seed and fertilizer here during seeding, which only took a third of the time it did with that small seeder, so that was nice. I'll eventually have to get another cultivator if I'm just going to keep renting, but that can come. We can rent as long as we need to on that. All right, let's see what a trailer gets us. Come on, money, go up, go up, go up. We're already over 100,000, so that's great. We're gonna get 83,247. That's I couldn't ask for better. I'm not really gonna worry about the suspension on the truck with this trailer, even though that's gonna keep becoming an issue because as our farm gets bigger, geez, man, apparently this way got more hills or more bumps. I might go ahead and switch out to the tractor. I don't want to sit here and tear up the truck or the trailer, just because that thing right there will not go up anymore, obviously. So I don't want to spend. Yes, I'm going to tear up something. But yeah, let's get this back over here real quick and switch out. Another bump. Very careful. We'll hook this up to the Massey. Let's go ahead and put our brand new truck up anyways. Yeah, we'll definitely hook that up to the Massey Ferguson and use that to take the other two loads. Well, the other load and a piece. It might be 3 loads, I'm not sure. We are definitely about to find out. Oops. Did I get it? Yes. Turn that off. I mean, it's a nice truck though. Flatbed too, so I can put anything I want to on there. Anything I need to. Alright, let's try this again with something a little bit taller. And also, I did do, like I said I was going to do, I did not roll the field this year. It drops it by 1%. I'm not that worried about it. Because like I said, hopefully, with this harvest here, we can buy more land. And then we'll be doing pretty good. I've been trying to... Yes, we're going to have another trailer and a piece here. I'm trying to decide, I would like to get some animals. I'm thinking, no matter what I get, I'm going to have to be able to make their food. So if I get chickens, I'm going to have to either plant wheat or sorghum or oat. I think they can, it might be barley, not oat, that they can eat. Yeah, this drives way better. If I get sheep, then obviously I have to start mowing grass and collecting that for them, or making bales. Horses, you got to plant oat and have hay. And cows, I don't get into I don't do cows a lot on this game. I might do a series on it. I mean, you guys let me know in the comment if you want to see me do a whole series on like doing a cow ranch. Like I said, I've done it before, and it definitely keeps you busy on the game. It's kind of one of the things where I did it for probably like over 200 hours of gameplay when I first started playing this, and I was just like, man, you're constantly doing something when you have cows, so it's not too bad. So if you guys want to see a series like that, I'd love for you guys to start getting in the comments on my videos and let me know what kind of series you want to see. And giving me some tips and tricks, since I don't necessarily know everything I'm doing here, so. Alright, 215, and we'll go get that last piece. I know it's not going to be that much, but it'll be worth it. We still had a little bit under 1,800 liters in there from last harvest too, so that helped out a little bit. Another full trailer and we would almost hit 300,000, which still isn't enough to get that field right next to us. But it is what it is. We're gonna keep being glass half full people. And either way you look at it, I might not spend anything right now, because I'm not gonna. I've got December and January to figure it out. I'd like to look at a couple of fields, honestly. Of course, I would like to stay close to my farm now, but once I get the funds, well, the correct funds and everything, you never know. I might move altogether. I like my little setup I got here, but I am crazy. And I'm always down for a change, so. Another thing I'm wrestling with right now is whether to keep the greenhouses, because really the best profit I get from those on the contracts that I've signed, that's like the main thing, because I would obviously have to, one, finish out those contracts first, so I need them greenhouses for at least the next 5 years, which I think is the longest one, if I remember correctly. I have to look at my paperwork. But also, I'm just trying to, the profit's just not that good on them. I mean, if I look back over my notes and everything, it's just not that great. Like I said, I might get into some type of animal first and see if that brings in better profit. I know eggs are pretty profitable around the same time as canola, so that would be big money in like November all the time if I did both of those. And I'm also, no matter what land I look at and try to buy, I know I want it to be something that I can bale afterwards, so it would have to be wheat or barley or oat. I'd love to have, like, I guess by the time I decide this series is over, I'd love to have a bunch of different crops going at once on different fields. So that's why I'm saying, eventually, if I have to, I'll just have to outreach the farm I'm on now and start buying different fields. Alright, let's see what our last little bit of profit is. Not going to quite crack 300, but that'll be okay. $282. That's good in my book. And like I said, our most profit from the lettuce is going to come in December and January, so we'll build up a little bit more there. I know some farmers around here hold their contracts on their fields, or their lease on their fields, till around like the middle of February. So you never know, I might get lucky. With the addition of that truck, I'll probably also be posting that dirt bike on Facebook Marketplace or something, just because that was just to get around faster, and now that I've got an actual vehicle again, that's not really that necessary. I'm not going to get that much money for that, but I figure maybe I can sell it for like $4 or $5 grand. Hopefully. I mean, it is souped up. If I put some work into it and maybe repaint it, get about $5 grand, that'd be awesome. And eventually, as the farm grows, I'll probably keep this trailer for like shuttling the stuff back and forth to the silo. And I'll eventually have to get a bigger trailer, because it's going to get real old once I get bigger fields, doing like 4 or 5 trips back and forth to wherever, especially if it's like the farmer's market all across the map from you and stuff. Come on, man. I'm telling you right now, when I'm not recording, I can back this stuff up no problem, and as soon as I'm recording, it's like I'm a rookie again. There we go. Got you on there. and we'll get you back in here. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna make sure I've got enough wood and all that good stuff for the winter, and which is a good thing about this metal silo, and it's insulated. It keeps heating real good, so I'm not even burning that much wood when it comes to that. But yeah, I'm gonna do my normal December, January thing. I might cut down some more trees. I'm not sure yet. And then I'll bring you guys back if I if I make any decision on some land. All right, guys, what's going on? Um, I simmed way farther than what I planned on doing, but pretty much I just spent half a year looking at land, looking at the store, making sure no equipment I needed popped up, and then I got a phone call that made me pretty much not look at Facebook Marketplace at all. I sold the dirt bike, which was a pretty decent profit. I got good profit this year from the lettuce in December, January, and February. And I've just rented this the same combine I rented last year. I rented a little bit bigger of a header, but Andrew called me the other day and he said, "Hey, you need to call Miss Irvin, who owns, I think it's either Irvin or Evelyn, I can't remember." He said she owns the field right next to you, and she wants to sell. Like July, August, she wants to sell. She's got soybeans in it right now. She is desperately trying to sell it. So this field right here, the one I'm after in the first place, he said she wants almost 400,000 for it. It was like 395 or something like that she wants for it. Obviously because she's got soybeans on it right now, but she wants out from underneath it. They're not going to be able to harvest it this year. So right now, my main goal is to get this canola out of the ground, get it in the trailer, and get it to whoever is paying the most for it right now. I know it's not going to get what it would in November, but I have got to get enough money to, one, buy that field from her this month or next month, and still have enough money to rent a combine. And just like, it's one of them things where even thinking about it is giving me a migraine, because I've got to rent the combine to pick these soybeans, and I'm going to need a cultivator. I have to rent a cultivator for both fields. That's 2 times. One came up in the freaking store in like January, the same one I usually rent for like half off, and I didn't buy it because I was trying to save as much money as I could, knowing I was going to have to rent this. The same thing it cost in the store used was what the rental is on this combine and header. So I was like, I gotta be patient. But yeah, so you can tell this header's a little bit bigger because that combine's just a swaying. So I mean, it's definitely going to be this right here is going to be a adventure trying to secure that field. If I wanted to, I could buy the smaller 2 fields next to it. That's only like 258,000, and then I for sure would have enough money. But the crops on those, I just don't think I want it. And like I said, that's a huge field next to me, and it's literally full of soybeans. So I'm in one of them situations where I'm like, I have to get enough money from this harvest right now to buy that field if I can. The goal is to harvest and put this in the silo. She said when I talked to her on the phone, she said, "Hey, I need to sell it before October." And I was like, "Miss Evelyn, that's not going to be an issue for me. I'm definitely going to want to buy that field." But I think my best bet is to turn in my first trailer, my full trailer of canola this year, wherever's paying the most, see how much that gets me, and then base it off that. And then anything, if it looks like I can have some canola left for the silo after I get enough for that land, then that would be good. I mean, ideally, I need enough for that land and to rent this combine and header and the cultivator. So that's going to be the big thing for us. This thing's really swaying. That's going to give you vertigo. But yeah, so I'm going to get this harvested, get my first trailer filled up as fast as I can. And I'm going to take that to wherever is paying the most right now, and we'll see what kind of damage we can do. Alright guys, so I have made a final, well, first of all, a hiccup in any plan. Not rolling the field does lose you 1 or 2% on yield. Not fertilizing it the second time loses you more. So I ended up with just over 53,000 liters, which is 10,000 liters short of what we had last time, which is not helping us out that much. But I'm now cultivating the field. I have come up with the best plan I could by myself, but I am hoping that it works. I've already set all the pieces in motion, and we just gotta hope the money works for us. I'm gonna set a worker on this real quick so I can explain better. Okay, so I have contacted Miss Evelyn again, and I pretty much told her the truth. I said, no, Miss Evelyn, I really want that field. I've had my eye on that field since I started this farm here, and right now I just do not have the money for it. But I definitely want it. I definitely want the soybeans on it. And I pretty much asked her if she would, if I paid cash, straight cash, would she hold it for me till September? Now, that might seem weird, but looking at canola, as you can see, I ended up with 54,700. I ended up with a little bit more than what I said. Now, right now, canola is at its lowest. It'd be its highest in November and October, but it does do a large jump in September. The goal is to sell my canola in September just enough, sell just enough of the canola to buy that field. It's probably going to be 2 trailer loads. I'm hardly going to have any left. It is what it is. But yeah, the goal is to sell the canola, buy that field, and hopefully have enough to, 1, rent this cultivator again to cultivate the field, and then 2, have enough money to rent at least a smaller combine to harvest said soybeans. The goal is to put all them soybeans in that silo. I need to hold them soybeans till June, because that will take care of a lot of problems if we can get that soybean profit in June of next year. Now, the other part of my plan is, even though we are cultivating this field right now, we're going to cultivate it now, go ahead and put fertilizer on it so at least it's 50%, and then I'm going to let this huge field I've made sit idle until April. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, that's kind of crazy, ain't it? Yeah, it's super crazy, but my way of thinking right now is if I can keep this field idle till April and plant soybeans on it, then I can use my newly acquired field, hopefully, and in March I can plant oat on it. and then harvest in July when I would usually be harvesting the canola anyways. Now from that oat, I get not only the grain of a decent sized field that I can either hold or sell right away, hopefully hold till November or December. But like I said, money is going to be super tight in this time frame, because once I plant the oat, when I get ready to harvest it, I have to yet again rent a small combine to harvest it, and I'm going to need a baler, because my way of thinking is, hopefully, plant the oat, harvest the oat, make sure its yield is maxed out as much as I can, put the oat in the silo, and then create all the bales of oat left over on that field and sell those right away to have some kind of pocket change. Now, like I said, the money's got to be absolutely perfect on all of this. I have to buy. Where am I at? Okay. I have to buy this land for $364. She has dropped the price on it, so I'm sure now that she knows I'm buying it in September, that price is going to stick. It was $390. I have to buy that field for $364, and then, like I said, have all the money left to rent a cultivator, a harvester twice, a baler, unless we get some kind of miracle. Yeah. I've been looking at the soybeans over there while I've been cultivating, and if those things fall, if she can't harvest those soybeans until November, then I can, oh, I hit a sign, then I can actually hold my canola till October when it's even higher. And that is, like I said, all this stuff's going to happen really, really fast. I'm going to finish cultivating this field, probably put some fertilizer on it so I don't make the same stupid mistake, unless I can somehow remind myself in April when I'm planting the soybeans on it to fertilize the daggone thing. It's definitely going to be a crazy time on this farm. But like I said, it's, once we get that field, we've got 2 huge fields to get profit off of. So I'm going to finish cultivating this field. I'm going to take something from my migraine, from all the thinking, and yeah, then we are going to set that plan into motion. And you guys pretty much just wish me luck on that. I don't know 100% how many times I'm going to bring you in through that whole process. I'd like to not go through a whole year on gameplay, but like I said, that's a big almost year-long plan right there. So I'm going to record as much of that as possible, and it is going to be a fun ride. So that's the plan. We're sticking to it, and I'm super excited about it. So I will probably bring you guys back in either October or November. I'm going to check them soybeans every single day, because if it looks like they're going to pass over into November, then I am holding on to it. I'll just have to call Miss Evelyn back and say, hey, I'm not trying to be that guy right now, but how about I pay you in October for it, or some mess like that. I really don't want to do that. So we got to do what makes sense for our money as well and our future on the farm. So I'm hoping she understands that. So yep, I'll bring you guys back as soon as we're ready to turn in that canola. Alright guys, so we've got to move fast. It's October. Miss Evelyn let me extend my promise to October, so I have to have her that cash at the meeting her at the bank, so I can get the freaking cash out and hand it right off. Well, I'm pretty much just going there and tell them like, hey, I'm giving this lady $365,000 in cash out of my account right now. Liquidate it, please. There's only one bank in this town, so I know they're going to do it. That's a lot of money. I'm hoping they're going to do it anyways. I don't think I'll have a problem, so I've got to hurry up and start turning in the canola now. It's like I said, it's 1 month before prime, before the peak of the profit on it, but I've got to go now. I'm hoping, I'm hoping I make it. Like I said, she wants to meet me at 10. I should have enough time, since Feeding Grain South is where I'm taking it to. I should have enough time to take however much I got to take. Holy crap, I've got it on one load. Okay. Alright, alright, evasive action. I'm going to get back. I might as well go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and call her and tell her I'm going to head to the bank now. I have the money. I'll bring... Oh, man, that's freaking crazy, dude. I think I might have enough to rent a small combine, too, after I buy it. That's crazy. So I can save the rest of that canola till next month, probably. All right, guys, I'm going to call Miss Evelyn and tell her I'm going to go ahead and go to the bank if she has time to meet me an hour earlier. If not, I'm gonna go there and sit in the parking lot and wait for her, because I definitely want to save the rest of that canola till next month. Now, that's gonna help a lot with. Dang, man, that's a. Oh crap! Freaking train! I gotta get out of the way. Oh man, my tractor. See, that's what you get for being in a freaking hurry, Gage. Daggone train, dude. God, did you see the freaking... That should have damn took me out. God, I gotta be more careful. That's what happens when you get too excited. That freaking sucks, dude. Poor tractor. Thank God this is a game. Okay, yeah. So now that I just went through that ordeal and almost died, well, almost unalived myself, yeah, I'm not even going to put the trailer up or anything. I'm just going to park the tractor, turn it off, and hop right in the truck. So I will get with you guys as soon as I hopefully get to the bank and get this land purchased, because them soybeans are ready, dude. Guys, I freaking did it. I had to wait for... She had something else she was already doing. I had to wait till 10 o'clock for her to get there. But... I mean, as soon as I went in the bank, I probably freaked the teller out, because I ran up to her and like, quick, I need to liquidate all this money out of my account. And she looked at me kind of crazy, but we got the deal done. We have signed the paperwork. I am officially on the way to harvest my soybean field. And it's, I mean, the yield looks good. I've got the combine that I wanted to rent. I didn't have to get a smaller one. I had enough money. I still got $9,000 left, and I can still turn in the rest of that canola next month if I want to. And all of these soybeans are about to go in that silo and be held till June, hopefully. I'm super excited about it. God, this is crazy. It's our freaking... It's like the first field... I know we bought them other fields to make the big one, but this is like our first field we bought from someone besides Andrew, and that is extremely, that is a blessing. To have 2 huge fields, like, next is that one. maybe not. Maybe if we can make good money, we'll get the smaller ones over there, because with these 2 fields on our back now, we're definitely going to be expanding financially and just plain and simple the farm. So I'm going to get these soybeans harvested. I'm going to have to do it by myself. I'm going to have to run back. I'm going to have to get as far as I can in the field and then run back over there to get the Massey and the trailer. And yeah, I'll oh, and I got to bring a cultivator too, because well, I can do that after I turn in the canola, huh? If I've got enough, I might be able to buy a cultivator and then not have to worry about it. So yeah, we'll figure all that out next month after I turn in the rest of that canola harvest and see how much I get. But alright guys, I'm gonna get these soybeans harvested and I will see you guys next month. What's going on, you guys? We are yeah, we're spending money that we probably don't need to. I have secured a baler though, so that is, first of all, it's something we needed and it was on sale. It was literally like 60% off. The damage on it ain't that bad. And on top of that, it's a baler and a wrapper. So all this baling we're about to do here soon, we're gonna be ready to go. And also, it's snowing. So we're gonna get this back to the farm and get it under the shelter. And then we're gonna start planting our oat here next month. So I'll bring you guys back for the planting. What's going on, guys? So I've got a worker planting my oat right now, and I decided with the money I had, I could have held on to it, but I decided 20,000 of it should go towards some new investments. So yeah, I've got 2 new large greenhouses here. Only difference between these and those over there is these 2 right here are running lettuce, tomato, and strawberries, and the lettuce will go towards the contracts I've already signed, and I'm going to see if the same companies would be interested in tomatoes and strawberries. My money's going down so fast because I have AI worker enabled to buy seed and solid fertilizer. Let me show you what I got going on here. See? Yep, so about he or she. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's give you a name. Oh, Old Greg. We'll call him Old Greg, and he loves Baileys in a chute. But yeah, so he's about halfway done with this field already, so that's working out pretty well. Our money's going to be kind of low going into everything, but at the same time, it's March. Next month we will plant our soybeans. I did fertilize both these fields, so hopefully the yield is good. It's probably going to say it needs rolling, of course, but man, I fertilized this mess already. Why doesn't it say 100? I'll wait a month on that and see if it changes, because it should, these fields were fertilized before I even put the planter on there, so that should be different. See, like this one says 50%. This one, same thing. 47%, 50%. Yeah. I don't quite understand that. I figured it would say 100%. I guess I'm wrong though. So I might have to fertilize these things again. We'll have to wait and see. I tell you what really sucks is I'm not gonna, even with the money I just spent on the greenhouses added back in, I wouldn't have made enough money off the soybean harvest for that field, which is literally full of barley right now, which is something else that I could have harvested and everything. But it is what it is. I don't even think anything's on those two fields right now. So I'm wondering if after the soybean harvest is turned in, if we make a decent profit, we might need to invest in some new equipment. I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. Like I said, we've got the 2 new greenhouses. That's going to bring in some good profit. We still don't have that much equipment. I would love. I guess I would say the goal would be to have enough money to buy a large tractor. There's nothing I really need in the store this month, but yes, even that one's 280, 247. I'm not a big. I know it's cliche because everyone on Farming Simulator is a big John Deere person. I'm just not. I don't really care about the brand. I'm just more concerned with making sure it's got decent horsepower in the first place. Because, let's see, I would even consider like something, even though this is super expensive, I would even consider that. All the way maxed out, $420,000. That's a good looking tractor, dude. And of course, this one as well. That's a good tractor. But hey, you know what? Eventually, we will get our mess together and we'll be looking at bigger machines like this. I think with the McCormick, I think that's the strongest, or one of the strongest middles you can get. Let's see. 310, 313. That New Holland's 313. 287. That's 306. Yeah. Lamborghini makes a tractor. Say word, dude. That thing's sweet. Ain't got enough. Well, it would be a good middle tractor, I guess, to do the hauling with. 185. We'll see what happens. You know. Yeah, so 2 more runs and this guy should be done. I don't know if I'll bring you guys back in for the soybean planting or not. I really want to figure out that fertilization situation on the fields because that just doesn't make any sense to me. You would think if it was already 50% and that seeder is also putting out fertilizer, you would think it would hit something. I guess I'm going to have to waste more fertilizer at some point, but you know, it is what it is. We're gonna stay glass half full. Yay. Alright, yeah, I'll bring you guys back, probably in June when we turn in the soybeans. I think that'll be a good time. That sounds like, that sounded like rain. I don't know what's going on.